silent. People are still quizzing. Have your vocab that I just handed back out and the agenda while you're sitting at your seat waiting for the others to finish. That makes sense when you think of it. Green fields are going to be areas that have not yet been used for commercial usage. Okay? Maybe you've been farmland before, maybe just forests, land set aside strictly for environmental sustainability. But the thing about green fields is that most of them are being grabbed up by commercial companies. Okay? So the likelihood of them staying green fields for long is not high, right? Brown fields are what happens after a commercial industry has been there and left. Brown fields often happen when you have factories that run off pollution into the surrounding area, into the surrounding water. Okay? You have a green field, which is good, brown field, which is the result of commercialism. Okay? So you need to know those opposites. Another one that if you think about it in this way, it will help you to remember. You all know what downtown is? Where is downtown in Louisville? Someone raise their hand. Iron?
Like north in the middle, like adjacent to the Ohio River.
Okay. And what do we think of when we think of downtown?
I think they do manage buildings.
Okay. The buildings, right? This downtown area with all these tall semi-skyscrapers, right? That we have in Louisville. Uptown is the opposite of that. It's going out from the downtown area. So anything uptown would be going out towards the suburbs. You'll see how those are opposites? Downtown, uptown. All right, the next is gravity model. Gravity model is the only one in the list of models that is not a city layout model. gravity model, just like gravity keeps us attached to the earth, what's happening with the gravity model? If you have a bunch of people living in apartments, all these people live in the apartments, you are likely to have a pizza place nearby, right, to eat. If over here, in this area of town, you have people living in houses that on each house has like 5 acres of land, okay? So here's this house, this house. Are you likely to have a pizza place near it? No, because there's not that many people over there. Okay, so the gravity model is that businesses gravitate towards where all the people are. Does that make sense?
I don't know.
And the last one that I wanted to address was rank size rule. Not very many people put precise examples of rank size rule. Which one is the one in class that I gave you for rank size rule? I'm going to raise their hand. Oh, here, I'm going to go. Raise your hand for rank size rule. Miguel.
Well, I know that the pattern of settlements in the country where the ninth ranked city is a certain, where each city is a certain percentage or expression.
And are there any perfect examples of rank size rule in the world?
No, but they said the U.S. is closest.
The U.S. is the closest, right? So on there, I would like you to put United States, or what's another one that I said has pretty close rank size rule? Nora?
Germany.
Germany. That's all I meant by putting a specific example, so that you can draw upon that for an FR2 question. Okay? You can put your vocab away, and let's look at the agenda. Alright, on your agenda for this week, today we're going to talk about the city models. We're going to make sure that you are ready to do that project. Okay, so that you have all the options at your fingertip for the project. And then we are going to go to the computer lab and do our assigned country project on urbanization. Okay, so that's what our day looks like for today. For homework tonight, you're going to complete your profile. Hopefully you finished in class. A lot of my students last block finished in class, okay? And then you are to bring your project materials for Wednesday. Wednesday, the majority of the class period is going to be a work session. Okay? Whether you want to sit at the computer and type up your paper with your project, or have your poster board here and draw it out, okay? Or ask me questions, etc. Wednesday is a work day, so everybody get out their agendas right now and write down those 2 things for homework. Finish your profile and bring your supplies. Poster board should not be a full poster board. You want either a half-size sheet or a third of a poster board. Okay, I don't want those huge ones because I want to be able to display them all in my classroom, and I have 68 human geography students, so can't do it if everybody does a full poster. Yes?
So I got a full size, but I was wondering if it was okay to just cut it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just cut it. Cut it in half and let somebody else use the other half, right?
Okay.
All right. Let me know if there's any issue about getting poster boards as well. Okay. Okay, also on your agenda for the week, today for your news reflection, the eye-opener question is on there. Let's all see it. Unlike other days where I tell you connect the news to human geography, today I want you to pick a specific unit, okay, and talk about how something in the news impacts culture or impacts the political nature of a state, or impacts the agriculture of a state or urbanization. Okay? So, for example, ISIS could impact the nature of Syria or Iraq because students aren't able to go to school when they're under constant threat of terrorism. Okay? Or a drought in the news could impact the agricultural environment of a certain country. Okay, so I want you to look for a connection. We are going back. We're going to watch Channel 1 today. I know you all like to see the news. We listened to NPR for a while there, didn't we? Here we go. And we're just gonna listen to the headlines.
We create a new eye opener for
Yes.
this new unit.
Yes, you should. Today is March 2nd.
What is up? It's Monday, March 2nd, and today we'll take...
Everybody ready? This is Unit 6. Unit 6, and then we just have one more unit, and we are starting review for the AP exam. Woo-hoo. We good? All right. Find a connection to one of the
A
units.
closer look at the dress that set the internet ablaze. Plus, they are the women of extraordinary achievement that we'll profile as we kick off Women's History Month. I'm Scott Evans, and Channel 1 News starts right now. Let's get caught up on headlines, and first up we begin in Russia, where speaking out against the government may have cost one man his life. Thousands of Russians took to the streets of Moscow yesterday to mourn the loss of Boris Nemtsov, an opposition leader and outspoken critic of Vladimir Putin.
55-year-old Boris Nemtsov was gunned down, shot 4 times in the back. Just hours before he was killed, he denounced what he called Vladimir Putin's mad, aggressive policies during a radio interview. When power